Echo in the dark. Oh, it's coming in, Mark. Listen to that music.
Dive deep inside the mind. Truths untold, we will find. Kentucky talks loud and clear. No more whispers, no more fear.
County Fair started off at 7 a.m. this morning, and we're working our way all the way into the evening hours. We'll have the first of two bands in the main arena. First one will be Army of Life, which is a local band which has played for us for several times, and they'll be here, play from 7 to about 8 o'clock. Then right after that, within about 15 to 30 minutes, J.D. Shelburne, who just had his first experience to be able to play at the Grand Ole Opry weekend before last. He'll actually be here, and it's kind of a trio set, acoustic set. They'll be here, and we've got the stage ready, the sound's ready, the lights ready. It's just going to be waiting on him. He ought to be here in about 30 minutes or so to do a sound check, and then he'll be in that here in the fair office until time.
Will people be able to come down there on and set up their lawn chairs in front?
Correct.
Okay. Yep. All right, I got
One
you.
of our goals is hopefully we're waiting for a little bit more, maybe another trailer. We're going to try to move some bleachers down there also.
Oh, okay.
I wish we could have set up an interview or something and say, hey, come in, get people to come out from the community.
He's a Grand Ole Opry fancy man.
Yeah,
I don't know about all that.
It is a big deal to be able to play at the Grand Ole Opry.
I was humbled when I went there to a show, and I saw Carrie Underwood, I saw the Gatlin brothers. I mean, my mom went to school with one of the Gatlin brothers at Permian High School in Odessa, Texas. So it's
that's wild.
So I had a blast today with my kids out here. The sack race. I came in a close second against my wife and Landon. And then there were just so many races, and they did such a great job with all the kids. And all the kids were amazing. There was no fighting and pushing and shoving. All the kids, and not just the big kids, it was the little toddlers too. The parents had a good time. The kids had a great time.
There's a whole lot of 22 and older athletes out there that aren't really athletes. So, and they gave away several Band-Aids, so that helped some people that were outrunning their momentum. Are you talking about 22 and older athletes that aren't really athletes?
I
didn't say you, but if the shoe fits,
But you're never not an athlete if you were an athlete, right? Is that true?
You always in your mind are still the same.
Yes.
In my mind, I'm 24 years old.
Listen, when they opened it up to the 40 and older group, I was in.
Gary Whalen and his group actually handled that for us. Actually, Jim DeVries did it, then Gary took over from Coach DeVries, and it's just Gary starts with those 4-year-olds and under. Everybody gets money and everybody gets ribbons. There's probably more blue ribbons given out today than the whole fair.
Sure.
Yeah, it's awesome.
My kids were very excited. And they were very excited to go and return that money right back into the fair with food and other things. So I can only imagine how all of them are feeling right now, because y'all opened earlier with the rides at 3 o'clock today.
We worked that out.
I mean, it's been even earlier than that. I mean, the ride started at 3.
Well, the fairgrounds were open earlier than that, but the ride started at 3.
It's been going since 7 a.m. Well, for you guys, probably even earlier, because you have to get here and get started and get ready.
We get started, and we have our garbage pickup crew, and it's a group. I mean, we've got the I think it's the dance team that does the garbage pickup. Then we go from it's cheerleaders do the garbage. Then they have the prisoners. J.J. Scarborough helps us get a group. He brings them out. Then we have it with Jacob Butler through the recycle center. We use their recycle little garbage truck. It's so easy for us to dump the barrels. Probably from start to finish, we're about a 3-hour process to get the grounds picked up.
But it always looks so good. I mean, really and truly, kudos to the entire team, because when you get to the fairgrounds, it looks clean. I mean, it looks like like you can't even tell yesterday happened in a lot of cases.
That's about one of my biggest things.
Pet peeves,
I
yeah.
want it clean. I want those bathrooms. And I've always said, if I won't ask my wife to use it, why should I ask anybody else's
That's right.
wife to use it?
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
Yeah.
So,
And air conditioning helps.
yeah, over in your building, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Well, it helps in the bathrooms too.
Oh, yes.
That is, their bathrooms
Yeah,
are air
bathrooms are
Yes, they are.
conditioned.
Hey, compliments to the Farm Bureau building. It looks amazing. I was very impressed. It was my first time in there because, little Stevie was in there yesterday for her. I don't
Pageant.
know that she was really in the pageant or if we were in for a Stevie show because she was. It was fun. We had a good time. It was a great experience. But the facility looks amazing. I almost wish I was in there filming again this year because the brightness and the lighting is much better.
We went all LED, put a ceiling in there, painted the walls.
Yeah.
It's been a massive amount of funds
Yep.
expended to make it work, but it really is
Yeah,
a
but you
nice
have a
facility.
venue. You have
it's
a
a
venue
venue,
now.
yeah.
It's 30-some years old. It was time.
It's
But
still,
that makeup
it's still
looks
one of
good.
the largest venues in the
It
county.
It
right?
is the largest.
That's what I thought.
Unless Hardin County, you get to Phillips Grove, it's
Yeah.
probably a little larger, but this one's
Yeah, but you're in Hardin County when you go
yeah,
there. So.
100 by 70. The center room's 7,000 square feet.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, that's
So-
big. That's big.
And the pageants. It's very well set up for the pageants. I think the little touch with the mirrors in the dressing room was a nice touch for that every year. Or
Yeah.
even if you're getting a wedding in
Yeah.
there and a venue, you've
Yeah,
got
I would say
that
I think
setup.
that's the key is that now it's it's always been a good facility, but if you wanted to have a wedding, then you had to come in and touch it up and make. Now it's kind of like it's more of it's a better canvas now to start with.
We
so.
built it for a durable facility, and
Right.
it wasn't always what everybody wanted for a wedding, so they wanted everybody to do something, so they would hire somebody to hang the curtains on the walls. So they didn't want to see. We used wood that was fire retardant. So we didn't want drywall because we knew there'd be holes knocked in it right
Right.
away. So we used T111 wood on it to make it work, and it actually. It served it's 30 years now. They painted it. It's still there.
Still
so it's
there,
a-
yeah.
We just got one big thing. We acoustically,
Yes.
it's a challenge, and
Yeah.
we haven't got that fixed. We got 2 companies already there. A third companies are going to come back and help us. But when you got metal ceiling, concrete floor, wood walls, and plastic seats,
yeah.
nothing in that
Yeah.
scenario
I mean,
absorbs sound.
One of the key things to do if you want to see the acoustics of the room, just go in the middle of the room and smack your hands
I did
together,
it.
Yeah.
and you just think about just pay attention to how long it takes before it dissipates.
Well,
Because
I
that
think
means
Ripples
it's
in the
everywhere.
water.
Well, I
everywhere.
was
That's
curious about that too because it would have probably been easy just to do foam insulation and then do the paint them black, but y'all did the whole ceiling so you don't see it. That's got to have an impact for
it's
air
the lasting
conditioning.
effect too, right?
Long term, it'll make a big difference. Plus, we insulated the top of it
Yeah.
where it is. And Farm Bureau had a construction crew that, or a committee that did most of the work to
Very
get that
good.
put
Okay.
together. So.
Very nice. Well, I think it's impressive. If you haven't seen it, you got to come out here
Come
because
out,
there's a
check it
lot of
out.
events going on today for the rest of the day. Not just the rodeo, but we've got
Nice Texas Hold'em.
Texas
in that
Hold'em in
building.
that building, and you can enroll for that. I think the time to get into that is around 6 or.
Probably, I think it'll start before.
I'm gonna
'cause
look
they
it up
have
for
to
you.
be done by, I think it's around midnight.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow night we got the preteen and teen. Right now I know there's 36 young ladies in the preteen contest, and
That's
I
a
think
house
there's
full.
about
There it
13
is.
to 14, 15 in the teen. So that building is going to. We've been asked to be able to do more. They're wanting us to come do a little more for them to make it work to where we can put more seating in it is what they're wanting us to do. So
Okay.
we got to try to figure out how to make that bleacher set work inside the building with the
Houghton.
chairs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
gotta
going to
make
be
it-
an interesting move. You also got to be able to get them through the. Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
It'll work. we've had worse things than that before. So.
Yeah, a problem solver, not a problem identifier, right?
That's
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Plus, it helps to have a good team. Yeah, let's talk about the volunteers. I know we just got into the cheerleading and some of the other groups that are helping with the parking. We've talked about that the last couple of days, and the other groups that are helping with the trash. But there's a lot more volunteers that help with the barns and all that other stuff. And you're going to have an auction coming up, too.
5 o'clock. That's the thing, you know, a lot of the parents in the beef club, the sheep club, the goat club, the, you know, everybody, the whole, I mean, swine club, all those folks come out. The parents are a big part of that. And I'll put our facilities against State Fair.
Yes.
And the facilities, the way we built, they may not be
Absolutely.
quite as large, but we actually have it laid out, I think, for us to be able to house as many as we do in the space that we have together to where we can actually make it work. Former Commissioner of Agriculture, Ryan Quarles, always said, he would always tell me, he said, we always check to see what Meade County does before we do anything at State Fair. It's kind of humbling that they say that to you, but we appreciate it anyway.
Absolutely.
So.
But I mean, and a lot of people say that. I mean, even the speaker this morning at the breakfast, he acknowledged that this is one, it's one of the largest fairs in the state. It's one of the best fairs in the state. And you've got the hardware to prove that. The Meade County Fair wins many awards on a yearly basis.
If you ever come to our office, you'll see we try to display that many ways in our room. We've got an all-Kentucky room, and then we got our most progressive fair room where we hang those awards, and we're really proud of them. I tell people that all the time. I want that to be the number one thing people notice when they come is what our lineage is, that how well it's worked to make it work
Well,
out.
I'm hoping we can win an award this year for the fair catalog. I mean, I'm trying to live up to expectations, but
I think it's great.
I think you did a good. So I want to talk about this a little bit because we've been getting a lot of questions. People were asking, why did we choose this photo? Well, actually, it was a collaborative to choose the photo. David brought me these photos. He brought a bunch in. I was actually out of town when they came in. When I did get back, I got these scanned in, and I came up with different options, and we sat down side by side, and we looked at different variations. We were going for a vintage. David said, I want a vintage look. And he said, I want to say my thing, and it's make the fair a family affair. This whole fair is exactly that. If you are listening and you're the Fort Knox community and you're new to the region, you got to come to the fair.
Yeah.
You got to come out here. Today is Kids Day. The rides are amazing. You got to come out all week if you can. Get away from work. I know what time y'all get off. If you're wearing a uniform, you get off at like 4 o'clock on those days, and you can absolutely get in your car and drive out here, and you can stay the whole evening.
Absolutely. And tonight's going to be a great day for it. You got J.D. Shelbourne in the main arena, the J.D. Shelbourne concert in the main arena.
Concert,
you have
rodeo
out in the horse arena, and then back here behind us we have all the rides all day long.
But
for $15.
For $15, $1, yeah.
That's right.
And there is
person.
per person in the car. So it's not a carload. It's 15 per person in the car.
That's right. But where else can you do all that for $15?
Ride all you want.
We did, and we went with the vintage cover here. This was about 1980, 1985. And if you look at this, talking about the growth of the Farm Bureau building and all the other stuff, but if you look at this and then look at what's been done to the county fair since this photo was taken, there's been a lot of work that y'all have done over the years. In fact, your wife said earlier, David, she said, I think this is the year that I got involved in the fair when that photo was taken.
Our first one was 1982.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, we took over the truck and tractor pool and ran it for several years. I actually went on, and I'm telling my age here, I actually started in 1982, took over onto the fair board in 1984, took over as manager in 1994.
Okay.
So 40 plus years of being here is, I mean, I tell you where the rocks are buried and things like that, but it's been a pleasure of doing it. My family loves it, and and I've tell people that, they always say, well, how come you keep doing it? I said, I feel I'm still productive. I feel like I put a lot into it year round.
Yep,
And that's the thing, that we have to have somebody anymore that can be able to flexibility to come back and forth for the things that we have to get done for this facility.
You
is
have to have
almost
the passion for it.
year-round facility, and it is a job. I'm not going to tell. My wife has sacrificed a lot. Our family has sacrificed when they were younger for me to do certain things, but you go over there, my family, I've got my wife, my daughter in that office, and
this is where they grew up.
Works out great.
Yeah. Well, I'm proud to have that experience with my family too.
I mean, I've had this. I mean, we were talking about what the nostalgia that this brings up and things, but it also gave me the opportunity to tell people, hey, we were talking the other day, when the truck and tractor pull would go up the hill, and I was like, that I remember that so vividly. And people are like, it went up the hill. I was like, yeah, that's the way it was. And the day, I said, and the track has done nothing but get better and better and better. So you can go, I said, come out and look at the track today. Come out and look at the whole the fairgrounds today, and take this picture with you and just walk around and see everything that's changed. And it's like, it just, it's awesome.
I think I can bring some photos to Steve next year where the demolition derby is in the middle of that arena. That used to be a stage, a raised stage, a concrete stage out in the middle where the beauty pageant circled it. They got out of a convertible, and that's where they were. And that's where, that's the changes that you see that have happened to this thing. Like we said, we put a tunnel in. Who would have ever thought you'd have seen a tunnel at the Meade County Fair to get vehicles, to make it safer for the people going over the trucks and stuff.
I remember when you had to walk across the entry.
Stop to get the truck to come over the hill to come in. So
I remember that. It's brought up so many memories, because I remember this configuration, but I also remember the configuration with the stage. I mean, that was one of my earliest ones that I remember. That I think I remember is the stage being out there.
The fair board tried in 1980 to put on a truck pull. It happened, but it wasn't the most successful. Then in 1981, Pat Wheatley and Don Wells ran the first pull by outside, and then they decided that was enough, and then myself, my wife, Ronnie Joyner, stepped in. We took on and sanctioned with the Kentuckiana Truck Pullers Association, and it just took off from there.
What did that take? I mean, you had to get the track right. You had to get. They had to come out. Did they come out and advise and everything? And
we went to a gentleman's name, and he's passed away now. His name is Mark Shercliffe. We went to his home. He's with Tech Man, and he knew what it took for what classes. And he told us, here's what I would do. Here's how I would do it. And that's when we started. And I'm not trying to brag on us or where we pat us on the back.
It's okay to go back and say where you came from. It's okay to say where you came from.
And it started there, and we put on a great show. People got their money's worth. Cars were backed up from here to WMMG trying to get in. We've improved. That's the reason you don't see that anymore. We are able to park 3 parking lots at the same time now with our gate system, with a great facility with working with Journey Church to make that work out. And we now have credit cards to speed us up on that. It's just become a combination of things that have made us competitive. And, we do look to see how they do things at the state fair. We do look at other fairs, and, it's a lot of fairs let you come in, park, you get out of your car, then you walk through a gate.
Yeah, and we'll pay tickets.
It's almost impossible for us to do that. We're entirely encapsulated by our parking.
Yeah.
So it would be almost impossible to fence the whole nucleus of this to make it work out for us.
And it wouldn't feel as friendly.
Yeah.
It feels friendly when you come here, because it feels open.
Yep,
correct.
And so, so the way you do it here, paying in the car on the way in, maybe it's a little bit less, a little bit of an annoyance or something that to stop and to have to do that. But once you're in, I mean, it's completely open. You're free to go around. You don't have to go find the line to get in another location. It really is great.
But even those who park offsite that walk across the street to come up here.
Yeah.
It's a good process. I think the teamwork you get out of Journey Church is, I think they do a fluid job getting them in and out of the gate. There's not a big holdup waiting to get in, outside of what's normal, right? So
the biggest thing on that is just getting the people trained to understand what the complexities are.
Yeah.
And he knows that. And I mean, I've tried everything to try to make that better for people, but it's tough. Every time you try to make it something, an improvement, it is a challenge. I'm not gonna lie. And y'all can tell it's fair time. I'm getting.
You're getting there.
You're getting there.
We'll know by Friday.
I'm getting my high range on here.
I do want to let you know tomorrow night we've got a special guest coming on. Daniel Cameron's going to call in. I don't know if you know that he's running for a Senate seat, and he's going to call in tomorrow's show. So hopefully we get to start early with you so you can have your schedule back. I know we've gotten a late start the last few nights, but we plan to be here at this time again tomorrow so you can be free to go and do the amazing, crazy race you do all over this place.
Tomorrow's a day that's actually, I better not say that, but we're not as complex as the early morning hours to get here. But it's the same thing. We tear down, set up, starting 8 a.m. every day.
Well, we're glad to get the opportunity to do this and support you and
I
the
love
Fair
coming
Board.
here.
Well, thank you for letting us. I saw that. That's why I was getting.
I
David,
sure appreciate it.
Yep.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Thanks, David.
I think. Yes, sir. So I know we've been working this now the last 3 nights, Mark. Kentucky Talks airs on Fridays about 4 o'clock. You can also find us on Spotify. So for your road trip, you don't necessarily have to tune in to listen to us live, but you can play us back.
That's right. Download us, play
for your
us.
drive.
That's right.
Kentucky Talk Sports, which is the hat I'm featuring tonight, featuring Aaron Taylor and Mark Burnett, is going to pick up here in August, get some of the coaches on and really dive into the high school and local sports so that you guys can, keep informed on the local sports activities while Kentucky Talks keeps you informed on all the news that's the news across the nation.
That's exactly right.
Tuesdays at 2 is the Earlene and Steve show, and that is all the things that's coming out in the Meade County Messenger. And just for your knowledge, Meade Media Group is an advertising firm here in Meade County, and we do more than just a newspaper. We help with print options and all of your marketing and advertising needs. And we can help you do everything from EDDM to direct door mailers to social media. So if you're an old business looking for a fresh look, give us a call. We also do website design and development. So magazine's one of those things, and super glad to be here at the fair again, Mark.
Me too. I'm glad. I'm losing my voice now. Steve, it's been a pleasure all week. I cannot wait. Every year I can't wait for this. I think it's an awesome time, not just to be at the fair, but to do this show, talk to David, learn about what's going on in the background. It's a great time, guys. Come out to the Meade County Fair tonight. Is the rodeo out in the back arena. Main arena is J.D. Shelbourne.
Country music.
Country music. Come out and check us out.
Not only that, you can ride the rides.
Ride the rides.
Take your pick.
Mom and Dad go to the rodeo. Send the kids over the rides. Have a good night.
You guys have a good night. Thank you.
We'll see you.